It's time for a death battle!
Rewritten.
Wario, the greedy and repulsive rival to Mario.
And Lobo, the space-hogging main man of DC Comics. Turns out Wario is one of the 7 star children, possessing legendary power. He's got the power to rival Mario too. He's super strong and can bash through tons of rock and heavy metal with his shoulder bash attack. If that's not enough, he'll literally chew his opponents up.
He's also weirdly malleable, capable of being crushed, squished, twisted, and stretched with little to no ill effect. However, Wario's deadliest natural ability is definitely his farting.
Reapers of Annihilation, the Waft! The Waft is a highly specialized technique which discharges an enormous burst of toxic gas so brutal it'll topple nearly any foe. When aimed correctly, this blast can even propel Wario through the air like a rocket while crop dusting anyone beneath his feet.
In some cases, Wario's Waft has even been shown to be comparable to nuclear warheads. Aside from his own abilities, Wario has access to numerous weapons and power-ups.
Like his one-of-a-kind chopper. Also, explosives. Check out this huge blast some of his bombs caused, which he was totally at the center of and survived, by the way.
His power-ups include a jetpack, a metal body, and even Mario's own invincibility star. He can increase his size by plugging an air pump into himself. With the dragon hat, he spews fire. With the eagle statue, he takes flight. And he can even combine both of these to become King Dragon Wario, utilizing both these abilities while dramatically increasing his power and his weight.
And with just a little mouthful of rotten garlic, he dons pink tights to become Wario Man! This super form increases his strength and lets him fly.
He doesn't always need some random object of power to transform. Some of Wario's forms come about because of entirely reactionary means.
He can become Bouncy Wario after being crushed into paper, Flaming Wario after being set on fire, Puffy Wario after getting stung by bees, and Fat Wario after eating too much. He even becomes Crazy Wario after getting drunk. He survived that big explosion in the tennis court, which we figured out is equal to 2.4 megatons of TNT. But Wario's also survived the Shake King blowing up in his face.
The Shake King was a pirate with immense electrical power. Upon his defeat, his body detonated, and the resulting blast split the sky. By comparing the blast and the parting clouds to a map of the Shake dimension, we determined the explosion's exact energy output to be equivalent to about 96 sextillion tons of TNT.
That's enough juice to blow up a large moon, and Wario was totally fine.
He can seemingly eat anything, including explosives and his own bike. He can, of course, keep up with Mario, who kicked a 61 million ton castle and piloted the Star Diver at Mach 375. Also, Wario destroyed the Black Jewel, an entity whose death triggered the collapse of an entire dimension. Mario may best him time and time again, particularly thanks to Wario's clearly low intelligence. Bozarnian physiology is just as absurd to match. He possesses godlike strength, speed, and invulnerability, so much so that he can tear through hordes of superheroes like nothing. Should he somehow suffer damage, he also has an impressive healing factor. Lobo can regenerate from a single drop of blood, and each one he sheds will actually grow into a completely new Lobo. No, I'm not making that up. He's also a super genius who knows well over 17,000 languages. He can perform complex physics equations in his head quickly enough to catch the Flash, and can build planet-destroying weaponry out of garbage.
His brain is no joke. He can resist mind control because he's too ornery, and he's got so much willpower he can literally walk through Green Lantern constructs. You know, those things powered by willpower?
And befitting his occupation, Lobo is a master sharpshooter, tracker, and can, by his own admission, deduce the weak points in any opponent. Maybe a powerhouse on his own, but he also comes equipped with guns, knives, swords, grenades, and a bomb that he sent back in time which accidentally killed the dinosaurs. Whoops.
His favorite is his enormous hooked chain. But when his job takes him across the universe, he hops on his Space Hog, a customized Spaz Frag 666, which has automatic machine guns, responds to his whistle, can fly fast enough to escape black holes, and blasts "Born to be Wild."
Not the time he say, pulled the alien entity Solaris out of the sky, which is as heavy as a star, despite lacking leverage?
I like how he even admits that didn't make any sense.
Using a small to medium-sized star like our own sun as a reference, Solaris should weigh nearly 2 octillion tons, over 300,000 times heavier than Earth.
He was fighting some rabbits, and then he got so face-meltingly angry that he just straight up ate a city, all at once.
But that is trillions of tons of steel and rubble condensed into a sphere smaller than the palm of his hand. By my calculations, that compressed ball should be over 20 times denser than a neutron star. This unimaginable strength lets him brawl with the likes of Superman. But that's barely scratching the surface.
Name anybody in DC Comics, and it's likely Lobo's kicked their ass. He can even punch ghosts! Sounds like the only thing that can kill this guy is an act of God.
Not even that. After rampaging through heaven and hell, tearing through armies of angels, demons, and what have you, Lobo's bloodlust on a literally biblical scale got him banned from the afterlife. As in, death was told that Lobo's soul was not to be collected.
So he just can't die now?
Not in the traditional sense. He's had his head disintegrated, been reduced to a skeleton, even been turned into a spirit that just kept on fighting until he got his body back.
The only thing that has ever really held the big lug back is his weirdly consistent integrity. Namely, he'll always keep his word no matter what. Can fly fast enough to escape black holes.
Ton castle and piloted the Star Diver at Mach 375. Also, Wario destroyed the Black Jewel, an entity whose death triggered the collapse of an entire dimension. He pulled the alien entity Solaris out of the sky, which is as heavy as a star. Rampaging through heaven and hell, tearing through armies of angels, demons, and what have you, Lobo's bloodlust on a literally biblical scale got him banned from the afterlife. As in, death was told that Lobo's soul was not to be collected.
So he just can't die now?
Not in the traditional sense.
His brain is no joke. He can resist mind control because he's too ornery.